Hey, good evening, everybody. You never know when you're going to go live with these things. And since I am on the YouTube live right now with my iPad, I'm just going to try and get it so that I can see myself. Oops, sorry, correctly. I wore my cap. There's a pub in Temple Bar in Ireland, which is called Oliver St. John Gogarty. And last year, they gave out, the last few years, they gave out straw caps. And the last time I went over, they were giving out these. So I grabbed a couple actually. Mrs. DC likes wearing caps as well. And it's really nice. It's in a way, it's a very expensive bar as far as the drinks are concerned. But always have music and decent food. Nothing special, but decent food. Let me see if I can. Okay, this way is probably a little bit better. Now, why live? Well, I just felt like it. There's no real reason. I doubt I'll go on an hour like the last time, but I was drinking a Guinness. It's Friday evening. Mrs. DC, what time is it actually? Okay, it's 8 o'clock. So Mrs. DC will be here in about an hour, I guess about an hour, maybe. It'll be longer than that, because she's at work, and she finishes at 8:30. But that's theoretically. At 8:30, then they do what they call the report, where they pass on basically from one group to the other. And I think that she is the one making the report tonight. So when she makes the report, it's always longer. Yeah. I was well, actually, I made a video earlier at lunch. Some of you, well, actually nobody has seen it yet. Maybe, no, actually one person at least has made a comment. It was a Spooky University one. Something called the butterfly effect, which I had never heard of it in that way before. The concept is, if something in your life had not happened, something in your past, what consequences would have had on your life today if that actual moment had not happened. So I spoke about that. I won't go on about it now, because otherwise, you can just go see my video. But it is an interesting topic. I mean, it's like, I guess it's a question of, in a way, is your destiny planned, or I guess you can look at it that way. Anyway, it was a very interesting topic in a way, because when I looked at it, it was something that first seemed very personal for me, but if you looked at the consequences, actually had something to do with many members of the family. Not all of them, but many members. Yeah. So, quite good. Drinking a Guinness, like I said, but I have a very good friend who's from Northern Ireland. We were good friends together already in Oxford. And, well, the family, actually, I say the family, Mrs. DC and I, and him and his wife, because he was already married. So we knew each other at Oxford already. And it's funny because we were also in the time in the same church, which was James Street Church in Oxford, on the Cowley Road. So if any of you ever know Oxford, you might actually know where I'm talking about. And we have never. So this is over 30 years ago. We never stopped keeping in contact. They visited us when we lived already near Burn. We had the children were very small. We went and visited them in Belfast, because they used to live in Belfast. That was a time when there was the Troubles. That was actually really, really cool when you think about it. Now let me see. When the Troubles were there, there really was a lot. You know, I mean, you would go to Belfast, and I remember us thinking like, goodness, I mean, are we gonna, you know, is it dangerous? So my parents, sorry, no, that was my mother, my in-laws. No, that was my in-laws. My in-laws were over, and they kept the children. And Mrs. DC and I went over to Belfast. One of the best trips we've ever had, actually. It was fun. The people, well, in Ireland, be it the north or the south, you know, they're great people. You, strangely enough, you felt secure. Of course, you were being, they were checking your stuff when you went into a store, which, by the way, the last time we were in England, we were checked in the same way. Whenever we would go somewhere, they would check your bags and everything. You know, whenever there's a terrorist problem, it doesn't matter from who, you've got to expect that there's going to be people checking you out, and that's good. That's good. It actually is. So we went all over. I mean, we went to the Giant's Causeway and so on, and yeah, it was good. It was a good trip. So all that to say that we are going. So Miss DC and I, and September we're going to Ireland. As you've probably noticed, Ireland is a place that we like to go to for many reasons. So we're going to base ourselves in Cork. We'll most probably be meeting up with some of my work colleagues in Cork, because most of you know that I have actually a lab in Cork, and with a bunch of collaborations and so on. And once there, we'll meet up with some people. But when we go to Dublin, we'll be meeting up with this friend of mine. I have put pictures of him on Facebook and a few videos on YouTube. Well, I can say his first name because I've actually said it at the time. So Trevor, he's a lecturer. He was a lecturer at, he's more than a lecturer, he's a professor. Yeah, that's big time if you're in Irish English stuff. He's a professor actually in Trinity College in Dublin now. He used to be in Queen's University in Belfast. And so we'll be meeting up. I haven't seen his... No, wait a minute. Let me get back on that. Mrs. DC hasn't seen his wife like for a long time now. Probably 20 years probably. I saw her last time. I've seen him every now and then because we tend to meet up when we're on business meetings. It's funny in a way. But now we'll meet up in Dublin because they're both going to be in Dublin. And it's so funny because since I go to Dublin quite often myself now, I proposed to him to go to the Bull and Castle, which is one of those pubs which I've spoken about before at one time or another, which it's a butcher that has his own pub and bar, and it's fantastic beef if you like, well, if you like meat. If you're a vegetarian, don't go there. But quick digression. 1st of August, Swiss National Day was a few days back. So anybody with leftover firecrackers are getting them go. So yeah, so we're going to meet up. We're going to go eat there, Bull and Castle, near Christchurch Cathedral. And it's near Temple Bar. So you can look it up, actually. It's actually a great place to go eat. And not very far from there. I don't know if we'll get to go there. I got to bring Mrs. DC there. I have one of my favorite pubs is called the Darky. My favorite pub, and I can't even say its name. The Darky something. I mean, I know exactly where it is, of course. And this pub has music which is not so. It's like on the fringe end of Temple Bar. So they really do have music that is different, and I really like it. Because I hate that. People are often saying we have brain freezes when we get older. You know what? I think it really is true. So just a minute. I'm gonna write down Darky Kelly. I didn't even have time to look it up. Darky Kelly, I think it is. Let me look it up anyway, just to be certain. and they have like often it's like ballads or stuff like that, and it's really really good. I've been talking 10 minutes. Okay, Darky, writing Darky Kelly, and let's see what happens. Darky Kelly, Fishamble Street. That's it. Yeah, that's the one. Darky Kelly's, and there's this old guy that's there. Every time I've been going there for years now. Whenever I'm in Dublin, I go there, and there's this old guy. He's got like a beard, like just down to here. He wears a cap. He kind of seems, I don't know, like a real character. And sometimes I've often wondered, is he just a regular? Is he somebody that that just goes there all the time, or is he one of the owners or what? Because the last time I was there, all the musicians, all the bar people, everybody, they would go up and speak with him. It was kind of amusing. It was, actually. Yeah. Let me take a little draw. Yeah. The last time I made one of these lives, I was here for over an hour. Well, an hour and a few seconds, let's put it that way. Longest log I ever made. And one person, so Andy, Fekwig, Fukwig, Mekwig, depending on which channel you're on with him, watched the whole thing. And I had said some things that would probably be very relative to both of us who grew up in Quebec, and the comments that I made, he associated with them very much so. I'm not going to go and say them, because you can go and spend the whole hour with me if you want to. But it was fun. I mean, to actually feel, when he was watching those things and he was sending off the comments, yeah. It is one of those things. I'm getting back now to, I mentioned Spooky University in the beginning, what they call the butterfly effect. Well, there's a whole butterfly effect with YouTube friends. It's not only Andy, I mean, it's Irene Tweetness and other people. I saw something about Dave Nicholson in Facebook, where he was, some people might say it was a pity party, but I don't think it was, actually. He was, on Facebook, he was saying, well, he cares for people, and at times, he feels probably that people don't care enough for him. I don't remember exactly what he said. And I sent him a little message, but I thought, like, there's a few people like that on Facebook. The Facebook, YouTube. For me, YouTube is the thing. And the people merged over into Facebook, where we have just kind of become real friends. I don't know. It's one of those things. I mean, like, how have you seen, many of you, I mean, how have you seen the way in the last close to 10 years now that your life has evolved with or without online friends? Would it have been the same? I can tell you clearly in my case, no, it would not be the same. And then when you start thinking about it, you wonder, well, what would have been different? What would have been different? All of a sudden there's a few people online. So let me see if I can see Shove Live Chat Messenger. Come on, people. It says show it, but it doesn't. I wish it, well, only one person's online now. I don't get it. Like I said, I'm on the iPad, and it does say show live chat messenger. I'm gonna have to try this the next time again on my computer, but it's just so much nicer. I can sit outside with the iPad. Let me see now. Oh goodness, what have I done? Oh, look at myself. This is not what I wanted to do. Yeah. I'm touching things without knowing what I'm doing. I'm really trying to get Show all chat messages. So are there any? No, maybe there aren't any. Maybe that's why I can't see them. And now, one of my problems is that I've opened the window with all type of stupid expressions of how I should look. Here you are. Let me see. It's saying I should look like Dance Party. That's Dance Party. Or Dream. Well, that's not so bad. Glamour. What's the difference? Anyway, go back to normal. And now, can I close that? Yeah. Okay, I can close it. Crazy thing. I wish I could see who was online. I wish that this thing did what it said it was going to do. I'm going to do something. Sorry, just 2 seconds. I'm turning it on. Oops. I'm turning it on its head. Orientation is locked. Move device back. Okay. So it won't let me. Sorry about that. So it won't let me move over. And I can just not see. Oh, this is making me mad. I just cannot see who is there or if there's any chat messages. So I'm sorry about that. Even though it says show chat messages, you can't see them. Oh well. Anyway. So maybe in the comments once it's finished you can tell me who you are. I just am so frustrated. I can't tell who's watching. But with 16 minutes today, I think I'll stop. And whoever you are, if you can tell me who you are, it would be nice. Okay, anyway, that's all for now. So DC signing off. Take care. It's a TGIF for Friday evening, just sitting on the balcony.